Hi parents, it's Mr. Light. So today we're actually going to start kind of an engineering project with our kids. This is going to cover quite a few standards. It's going to cover some standards in science on engineering and the engineering design process, but it's also going to cover some social studies standards in terms of helping the environment and recycling, reusing, and those kinds of things. So what we're going to do today is kind of introduce the problem. We are going to read the book of the Three Little Pigs. And what we would like you to do is then talk about what does it mean to be an engineer? When were those pigs being engineers? That's really the first step, kind of defining that an engineer is someone who builds something or creates something to solve a problem. It could be it doesn't have to physically be something that they create, like out of wood. It could be a process or different things like that. Engineers do all those kinds of things as well. Then what we're going to do is we're actually going to start the engineering design process. The first step deals with defining the problem. And so what we're going to do is we're going to actually create a little house that the Three Little Pigs could live in that will survive kind of a hairdryer kind of a thing. So that's really the first thing, is we're going to kind of define what the problem is they're going to solve. Then we're going to get into the second step of the engineering design process, and that's looking at limitations and constraints. What is it that they can do? What is it that they can't do? Well, first off, it's going to have to be big enough to hold the pig. And the pig I bought for school is only about this big, so that's pretty nice. If you have a stuffed animal or something at home, you could actually do it with that, or just use a little block or something to represent the pig and say it has to cover this. It also has to withstand the hair dryer on full blast, trying to knock the thing over. So those are kind of the big problems that we're looking at. Some of the limitations and constraints deal with the materials that are available for them to use. And what we would really like to do is have them use recyclable materials. So we're going to introduce them to this idea of recycle, reduce, reuse today. And this is kind of a pretty standard thing across the country. So it would be really nice if you started to talk to them about different ways in which you can recycle or reuse or reduce the amount of waste that we have. The last constraint that's probably pretty important is time. You need to tell them that we're only going to give a certain amount of time to do this. So today, we're really just kind of setting up the situation. We're reading the book, The Three Little Pigs, and then getting them the idea that they need to build this house. Next time, we're going to look at creating a schematic or a model, a plan for them to actually start to build. And then in the third installment of this, they're actually going to build it. So today, we're kind of just setting things up, getting ready to do their model. Thank you very much for all the hard work that you've put in with your son or daughter this year. If you have any questions, please contact your teacher, or you can contact me at likescience2020@gmail.com, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like science and you like this video, feel free to like this video below and subscribe for future updates.